Medieval Chronicles. If you could do something without any repercussions, and the only thing that can stop you is your conscience, would you do it?
Just like night will surely come after the sun sets, any life born will surely die someday. I have been an officer for many years, but never have I ever been this stuck on a case as riddling as this. The portrait of a man hangs in front of me, a person rich not only in wealth but also in the heart. But fate was not as kind to him, alas. He died. How tragic. A life gone, a candle flame, mercilessly blew away by the wind of malice. For all the warmth he gave, it was not enough for the very two he fathered and raised. Taken out by his own blood, but which one of them killed him in cold blood? Was it the son who was the rightful heir to the estate?
Why would I kill my father? I was his rightful heir. He was going to give me everything anyway.
Raised to be the heir and given lots of love, the foolish old man could not see the ego that blinded his favorite son.
I was raised to carry on his legacy. Why would I perform such a heinous act on the man who gave everything to me?
Or was it the other one? The son who left his family to go on his own journey.
I was never interested in my father's love nor his fortune. What would I gain from killing him?
Treated as a secondary son, he became a renegade to his father's cause, and left the family to become a man of his own.
Even though he treated me poorly, I still respected him for his work. I did not wish harm on my family, which is why I left, and I found my peace. I held nothing against him.
Neither one had a strong motive to kill, but the opportunity to do so. Bottle of wine, poisoned, by who? Will you be able to tell us, citizens of Rydia? Ooh, such a good mystery. I wonder if I'll get the real killer this time.
Just giving the answer isn't enough. You'll need to explain why you think which son killed the father.
I really like the fact that we need to observe the actors and check for any signs to get the clues on the killer.
Every play, they change the culprit's son, and we have to guess which one it is again.
No wonder this play is so famous. When do you think they'll reveal the killer?
You see the dead guy in the middle? He plays the father and is also the writer. He reveals the identity of the killer after 1 week. Rumor has it that even the cast doesn't know who the killer is, except the two actors playing the sons.
Not even the writer?
Especially the writer. The two sons decide in private who is the killer, and they tell it to the writer only after 1 week.
How intriguing. I feel like a real police officer solving this. So, citizens of Rydia, we came a long way to find the killer.
Believe in me, Rydians. I, who had no interest in his estate, had no real reason to kill him. No, believe in me. I was already the rightful heir. I had no reason to kill him.
Help us decide who's the killer and who's not. Thank you. Marvelous. Simply marvelous.
I can't wait to find out who among them is the killer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please visit us after exactly 1 week to know who did it this time. Tickets are available back at the counter, so book your seats now. Is something wrong? Why'd they stop clapping? Was it too much to sell tickets as soon as the show ended?
What's wrong? Hey, that guy's still sleeping, right? Eh? Shouldn't he get up by now? Is this part of the show? Hey, wake up! The play's over. Joseph? He's not moving.
What? Are you serious? We need to call a doctor quick. What in God's name are you people doing? Why isn't he getting up?
I can't get a pulse.
What? How? This can't be happening.
No. No. No!
Blessed. Yeah. Yeah, I feel blessed. Yeah, I feel blessed.
I think this is the third medieval Chronicles.
I feel blessed. Yeah.
Link will be in the description. The curtain falls. Hey. What? Do you know what the weirdest fruit is? Yes, pineapples. Pineapples? When we eat pineapple slices, it releases enzymes which digest proteins. So when we eat pineapples, they are essentially eating us back. That's not true, right? That's disturbing as heck. What fruit did you have in mind? I was gonna say tomatoes, but now I have a fear of pineapples. Why tomatoes? Because it's a fruit. We use it in a vegetable salad, or vegetables in general. And when was the last time you ate a tomato ice cream? Or even a tomato smoothie? You know what they call a tomato smoothie? They call it soup. How freaking crazy is that? Drinking a soup made of fruit. You know, you should be careful when speaking of tomatoes. You know how those worshippers are. Oh please, tomato god isn't even real. Ah! See, blasphemy always leads to downfall. What the hell? Who's throwing tomatoes around? Hey, that's my lunch. And I was trying to share it with you. That's a lie. The only thing you share is misery. So why'd you throw that tomato? Oh, it smelled funny, so I threw it randomly. Your face probably has bad luck. Seriously? Seriously? What if it has a disease? Some of it went into my mouth. If I die, I'm blaming you. Get in line. Till then, where's the crybaby? Wasn't she here before me? She's with some other cop I've never seen before. That one is calling all the shots while your understudy is trying to keep up. Sounds like someone nosy. I should go take a look. Alright, man. You know the drill. Why do I always need to show you my identification? I'm pretty sure we go to the same tavern. I don't know, man. I think this is a developer's attempt at a tutorial for those who are new to the series. But, yeah, I'm still drunk. So why don't you show the identification and I can go sober myself up. Fine. You are so mean sometimes. It's as if your inner child is an old lady. That old lady graduated and is now in Hell Witch, with a minor in suffering. What about you? Which fruit do you consider weird? Oranges. It's a color and a fruit, and it does not rhyme with anything. Looks good. In you go. What's up? Why are you lying to everyone? You were supposed to play the culprit today. Me? It was you. You're the one trying to frame me for his murder. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm guessing they are two of the many suspects. Not just two of the suspects, the only suspects. The new guy said that it had to be one of those two. Whoever this new guy is. He's going to be a headache for me, isn't he? You half-bagged actor. You're not even worthy to lick the dust under my shoes. Oh yeah? Well, at least I was not in a scandal for using helpers to win the bodybuilding contest. It was a protein shake and the crime was never proven, wise guy. Hey, you're a cop, right? Talk some sense into the other one. I am not a murderer. I'm not either. That other cop is crazy. This must be a huge mistake. I am not capable of handling this drama without my morning beverage. I can get you some. What do you like in your coffee? Coffee? What's that? I was talking about beer. Eh? It's the frickin' morning. Hey, it's gotta be midnight somewhere, right? At least that's what the Copernicus guy told me in the tavern. You think this is funny or something? I'm Desmond Port, a famous actor in the world of theatrics. Oh yeah, I remember my dad used to dump me to your plays while I tried to hit on the actresses. He was banned from entering so many theaters. Famous? Hardly. Starsky Ward, on the other hand, was handpicked to act in this play even if I was a novice. The only reason I picked you was to have a young face. You're nothing more than sugarless eye candy for diabetic people. Oh yeah? At least I'm not some desperate junket trying to crawl back his way into show business again. As much as I'd love to see how long they can keep this up, I should find this cop everyone keeps mentioning. Hey you, where's the cop who came here before me? To the right side of the theater, I think. Man, so many stars in one place. I feel like a star myself. Good. Stay 150 million kilometers away from me and burn. Do you think I have a chance of being an actor if I try? Try being less ugly for starters. My wife wanted to watch this play. She's gonna kill me when she learns of this. Can I get tickets to that instead? What is this? The makeup room?
Are you the commanding officer of this case?
Holy fermented potatoes! You're the Lady Aegis turn.
You've been to this play before?
Not this one, but the play where you murder the postman is my all-time favorite. It speaks to my soul.
I played the wife of the postman who murdered him for cheating on her. Did you have someone betray you, too?
No, I just like seeing a postman getting murdered. 10 of 10 would watch the sequel.
I suppose you would want to know what happened here.
Alright, I was looking for the cop that came here before me, and my stupid understudy. Have you seen them?
No, sorry.
I should look somewhere else then. I'll get back to you when I have all the information.
I'll wait here then.
Oh my god, it's superstar Miss Turd. I can die happy now. Okay, let me get my shovel. Can't investigate things. Hey, numbnuts. There's no one there. That's because you went to your right. I meant stage right, which means that it's the left side. What? Don't you know anything about theater lingo? Stage right means left, and stage left means right. So it's opposite day, huh? Next time, just point a finger in a direction instead to save us some time. Hey, buddy, I have a very specific finger to show you if you want. Don't. We may show murders, alcohol, or even drugs, but we do not stoop down to rude finger gestures. And stage right, which is the left side for the audience. And that's probably going to be essential for the case. This is tartar sauce. Why am I being detained as well? Sir, it's just standard procedure. We keep an eye on all people involved in the case to make sure no one tampers with the scene. I'm not the murderer, you son of a bishop! Calm down. There's no need for PG-13 swears. You there. I'm Director Lloyd Bowie, and I demand that you fire this hobknocker. I guess theater people are allowed to swear on stage, so they make up similar sounding words. You are darn tootin' right. So are you going to fire this bucket of disappointment or what? Nah, it's funnier when you're angry. Besides, seems like the person I'm looking for is not here either. Please don't leave me with this horrible man. Oh, shut up. Actually, they say no matter how good you are, you're evil in someone else's story. I'm good in someone's story? Is it the devil? Alright, wise guy. What's going on? Eh? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't try to trick me. You're stalling. Who put you up to this? Tell me now before I paint you red and put you in the bullpen. Alright, man, be cool. That new cop made me do it. Okay, I have had it. Who is that guy? And why is he going around trying to mess with me? Guy? That cop isn't a guy. Wait. What? What the? Who turned off the lights?
Welcome, welcome. Please be seated and feel free to take a nap. The show is about to begin.
Wait a second. I know that voice.
Today, we are going to tell you a story. An old story, but a classic one. Let me tell you the story of a wolf and a girl.
Oh, god damn it.
Please, ma'am, stop. You're dancing all over the crime scene! A very long time ago, a girl wearing a hood wandered through the forest, because that was the fashion back then. She was going to visit the 3 little pigs because they had tickets to the Formula 1 race of the hare and the tortoise. But unfortunately, the girl wandered off from the yellow brick road and got lost in the woods. She's butchering all the classics at once! She was scared, as the forest was the home of a witch who lured kids in with candy and gave them type 1 diabetes. But suddenly, she heard rustling in the bushes. At first she thought it was the crow who picked up the rocks and threw them on Humpty Dumpty. That's it. Sorry about this, ma'am, but you are ruining both the crime scene and my childhood. Ouch! But instead, it was the wolf of Ball Street. It was twice the size of the girl and had blood-red eyes, with teeth big enough to put the elephants to shame. You're standing on the evidence. He looked at the girl and said, well, 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 what do we have here? A girl with a red hood? No, I'm disturbing the scene too. But the girl wasn't wearing a red hood. The wolf's bloodshot glow gave that effect. The wolf offered to guide the girl out of the forest, for one condition. Everyone are scared of me, which is why I can't catch anything. They run away before I can even get near them. But if I stood beside someone as innocent as you, the sheep would stop running away. The girl was scared, not the wolf, but of the fact that she wasn't as innocent as she seems. The wolf was the first friend she made who was equal to her, and so she kept quiet about the fact that she was herself. A wolf in sheep's clothing.
Get off the stage. You suck. You are not a good singer, and you probably made many writers turn over in their graves.
Dreg, I knew you'd come. Crybaby told me so. Right, Crybaby? Crybaby? Please, get off me. What the? Why are you lying there? Don't you know this is a crime scene? But you...
I should have stayed in bed today. So let me get this straight. The writer/actor Joseph Deck was murdered with fake poison.
No. Someone swapped the real bottle of fake poison with a fake bottle of real poison. You could have worded it better.
So the actor drank the poison and died on stage? Why didn't someone notice?
According to the death report, the poison put Deck to sleep first and killed him in that state. And the only people who had access to the poison bottle were those 2 actors arguing down there.
I guess you were useful after all. Thanks, I guess.
Aw, what are friends for? Wait, you 2 are friends?
No.
Yes.
Friends is a strong word. I'd rather call her my worst stalker.
Same thing.
So, why are you here? And where is the body? Also, why aren't you dead yet?
I was assigned to control the security around the cast. You have no idea how personal some fans can get.
That doesn't explain why you're taking over the crime scene.
The dead person and the rest of the cast are from Scion, so according to the new peace treaty formed by the princess, if a Scion officer is present on the scene of an incident involving Scion citizens, they have a right to be involved in the case.
I see. But what did you do with the body?
Oh, I moved it.
What? Why?
Now you have no choice but to ask me anything regarding the body.
Seriously? I don't even get to see the dead guy? Why?
This is my first step of my master plan to get you to talk to me more. Besides, if you really wish to see him, he's portraited right here hanging on the wall.
That guy? How old was he?
Well, he played the role of a father of 2 young men, so I'm guessing... a lot. Great guess, but just out of curiosity, what was the next step of your master plan? Honestly, I didn't think that far ahead. What did I do in my previous life to deserve superiors like you 2?
I really hope you examine the body well, because if I can't solve this case due to your whims, I am arresting you.
Relax, I was the in charge of security here after all, so I already know who was where and what they were doing.
So, you already have suspects. It's the 2 you detained, right?
Yep, and it's your job to guess which one of them is a cold-blooded murderer.
Why are you so sure that it was one of them?
Simple. The poison was kept in the prop room. Only the actors playing the sons are allowed there during the play. Moreover, the sons are the only ones allowed to touch it during the play. You can see where I'm going with this, right? So only those two had access and opportunity to kill the writer? But what if the poison was mixed beforehand and kept there? Nope. During Act 1, the bottle is shattered for effect, which means it needs to be replaced every show. And Bowie hands out the new empty bottle just before the show begins, and the actors then fill it up in the prop room.
How do you know that the director isn't lying?
Come on, you know me. I can see through a lie like that from a mile away.
I still have my doubts.
Well then, how about a bet? The killer is definitely one of the two sons. If I'm right, he'll take me out to dinner. Eh? That's impossible. Officer Drake will never agree.
Fine.
Really? Really?
But if you lose, you will leave me alone. Forever.
Deal. I object. We shouldn't turn this murder into a game. We should try to solve this together. Oh, come on. If you're cool about this, I can buy you your favorite food. But really?
Like hell. Do you want to ruin your appetite?
Yeah. Don't listen to him. You're a good girl, right? I guess. Good. Now why don't you look around a bit? I'll help you later. Can I get an apple pie? Of course you can. Yay!
Don't spoil her like that. I'm the one who has to deal with this sugar-filled crybaby.
Oh, come on. She was on her best behavior. She deserves a reward.
This whole scenario is disturbingly weird. I think I'll look for clues now.
Okay, I'll get dinner started. Don't forget to buy some milk on your way home.
I hate you and want a divorce. Alright. What about you? Oh, this guy again. Don't care about you. This spot is related to the case, but which clue does it match to? What do we have here? Which one of you dropped your soda?
That's not soda. That's the poison that killed the writer.
What the hell? Why isn't it sealed or cleaned up? I almost licked it.
Why would you lick it?
Doesn't matter.
You thought it was alcohol, didn't you?
Like I said, it doesn't matter. But why is the bottle shattered like that?
During Act 1 of the play, the writer drank it and dropped it on the floor for dramatic effect.
The showman till the end, huh?
Unfortunately, the bottle is too shattered to get anything out of it.
But it does give us the timing of the writer's poison intake. That should be enough to get me started. This looks like it was related to the case. Alright, can't examine that yet. Need more information about this clue before I can compare it to the bottle. Okay, fine. Lots of question marks. I think this sort of might be related to the case. Nope, can't use those. Okay. Time to start talking to people. I have an idea for a play. It's called The Attack of the Killer Sloths. Don't quit your day job. I'll need to introduce myself to the director before I can take a look at this clue. Alright, fine. Sorry, Officer Ada told me not to allow anyone to exit until the case was solved. But I'm the lead investigator. That woman has a scary face when she gave that order. I'd rather lose my job than see what she'll do to me if I don't obey her. I understand. I'm scared of her too. Any suggestions for a hangover? Don't stop getting drunk. The hangover won't have a chance to set in. Alright, so all those are director-based. Got it. You have a decent face. Smile a little and you can make it in show business. No deal. It's a clinical condition. I can't smile because people get clinically depressed when they see it. Besides, I'm already a cop. If I become an actor too, then we'll solve murders around here. Ah, excuses. Kids these days don't even want to try anymore. Look at me, twice your age, and I handle everything from the stage setup to the promotion, and everything in between. I thought you were just the director. We are a small production company, and to keep the secrets of the play in check, we didn't hire many people. Good, then maybe you can tell me more about the clues I find. So stay here and try not to die on me, old man. The only thing dying here is my interest in you. What's this? Oh, the pamphlet for the play. Come one, come all, watch the play and guess the murderer. I really should learn more about this play. I think the best person for that would be the director of the play. What? You never even heard of this play before today? Were you living under some kind of rock? What can I say? The darkness beneath the rock is cold and comforting.
I don't need to go to the theater. My life is already a comedy. And action-filled. And a huge tragedy.
Alright, you uncultured crows. Let me tell you about one of the most greatest plays in existence. Let's begin at the very top.
The curtains will be raised in 3, 2, 1.
Let me tell you about Act 1. To the fine gentlemen and ladies in the audience, let me start by saying, welcome! Thank you, but please, hold your applause till the end of the show, because you'll need every chance you can get to catch my killer. So keep your eyes peeled, and strain those ears, as even the smallest detail can help you recognize the killer. Father. Dearest father, can you hear me? Oh, I apologize, son. I was lost deep in thought. Oh, father, your deep thoughts are what made us into what our company is today. It sounds to me that you still walk in the path of wealth, brother. Better than you, who left because we couldn't live in my shadow anymore. I left because we were made to fight each other for our father's approval. He may be a wise and generous man to the world, but for us, for me, he is the one who never paid much attention to me. Excuses from the failure. What are you even doing back here? Didn't you leave for good? Actually, I invited him here. What? Why? He stepped on everything you gave him and went on a journey. He betrayed you. And that took courage, a quality you possess so little of. What? Son, you have proved to me that you are a man capable of standing on your own. I am proud of you. What are you planning, old man? You are never the kind to throw praises around without any motives. There are none. Your actions made me realize how much I mistreated you. Sometimes, a person needs to lose something to realize the importance of its existence. So I wish for you to come back. But I can't grant you everything. But I will give you a place to call your own. What? Father, how could you? I worked hard for all of this. It should all belong to me. I understand that may upset you, but he is your brother. You'll need to learn to share. Share? That's not a word I thought I ever heard you say before. So what do you say? Meet me here later. We'll have a drink, and you can tell me all about your adventures. One drink. That's all. This can't be happening. Now why don't you go and rest up? We'll talk later. You as well. I promise. I'll make it up to you. Fine. I was blinded by my ambition so much that I forgot to look out for my own small children that were my responsibility. Will I ever be able to change? Can I make it work? Can I be a good father? I made one into a puppet to secure my legacy, while I ignored the other one because he wasn't good enough. I just hope that I can still help them. That I still can save them before they do anything they will regret forever. We will be a family again. The past is gone. There is no use regretting it. I must look into the future for my children. Because I still have time. Oh, what's this? A bottle of my favorite wine? And what's this? A note? To Father, a gift we all know you love, from your son. How thoughtful. Oh wait, which son? Was it from my favorite son? The one who is supposed to inherit my legacy? Or was it a reconciliation gift from the son I treated badly? Is this a sign of forgiveness? Either way, this is going well. I always enjoyed the taste of wine. But today's drink will taste extra special. Ah, that hit the spot. What the... My body feels numb. My heart feels as if needles are being pierced through it. Is this... Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Is this my retribution? It seems I failed as a father after all. I brought one of my own children to the point where they saw me better off dead. But I was willing to change. I wanted my sons to stop hating or worshipping me. I wanted my children to love me. But I guess it is my fault for not taking action sooner. My dearest children, whichever one of you did it, I just wanted to say, I am not mad. I know, your actions were the result of how I raised you. I just wanted you to know that I forgive you. And that is when Act 1 closed. So he remains motionless till Act 2 begin. How much is the gap between the acts? 15 minutes, sometimes less. This is not that long of a play. Also, the stage remains in plain view to the audience. So there was no chance of someone tampering with the evidence with so many people watching.
More importantly, isn't it obvious it was the spoiled son who killed his father?
Never draw your conclusions so early.
Eek.
You must hear the full story first. What kind of cops are you? The not good kind. Anyway, about Act 2. Yeah, I think we'll take a small break here. We'll let you know when we're ready for Act 2. Fine.
Can we ask someone else? This guy is too much for me.
Why do you think I asked for a break?
Whew.
Pamphlets had the clues. Any more information? Nope. This robe is similar to the one that Starsky Board is wearing. Is this an extra? What the? The pockets of this robe are filled with rocks and stones. Why? Are they planning on stoning the father to death before deciding on poison? Either way, it seems related to the case. I don't know how yet, but I've encountered much weirder clues before. Can't stand the director. There must be someone else who can tell me how Act 2 went. Fine, I guess I'll have to just talk to everyone. Or at least, like... Meh. I'm more into stage fights. Come to the tavern. I usually end up in one almost every day. Man, so many stars in one place. Oh, that guy again. I should introduce myself before interrogating him. Oh, fine. Hey, cop, what did you find? I can make you a star if you tell me. I have contacts in the show business. I rather would like to stay as a black hole. It allows me to suck people's hopes and dreams. Look, brother, I may have my clashes with your kind in the past, but I assure you, I am a changed man. Right. I remember that you were charged with doping to increase your muscles. It was never proven. But it wasn't enough to shatter my career. So tell me, why would I ruin my only chance of a comeback by killing someone? I don't know. I intend to find out. If you are truly innocent, then you have nothing to worry about, right? Yes, of course. I'm definitely innocent. Then stay here unless I tell you to move. I may have questions for you later. I understand. Can't stand the director? Okay, find someone else then.
Joseph, you will be missed.
I am sorry for your loss.
He was a close friend, known from early in my career as an actress.
Is that why you agreed to be in the play? Usually your name is associated with bigger production companies.
Yes, he originally wanted me to do only a couple of shows. He thought having me in his play would attract the audience. But then, the play became famous. It saw on its own and never needed my help in the first place.
I see. Thanks for letting me know. Please stay here and answer any questions I might have later on.
Of course, anything to bring Joseph's killer to justice. He didn't deserve to die like that.
What's this? No, another pamphlet. Who killed the father? Was it the son who is the rightful heir? I should ask someone else to describe Act 2, as I can't stand the director.
Eh? You want me to describe how the rest of the play went? Wouldn't Director Bowie be a better option? Let's just say that guy is...
He's annoying and dominating. If I wanted to be dominated, I would stick close to the psycho.
Are you guys talking about me?
Yes, we are secretly discussing your surprise funeral party, so go away.
Aw, how nice. Well, I can relate. Bowie is a bit forceful, but that's what makes him a capable man. Grandma does always say not to judge a book by its cover, but by the thickness of the book. Because she always used to bash people's heads with books.
I apologize for my dumb associate. She is a bit special, even for us.
I hear a voice in my head that helped me fight the chicken army in a communist fair. Well, she certainly does have a vivid imagination.
So, can you tell us how Act 2 went?
Of course. If you remember, the father was poisoned and died at the end of Act 1.
Don't think you can suddenly show up and seize everything for yourself. Stop being paranoid. I don't even want to be here. Oh, please, quit the good guy act already. Or should I tell Father what you were really up to on your adventures? What? One of the things Father taught me is when someone appears to give up, it is when their opponents lose their guard. But I was careful. I had people keep an eye on you, and it seems like I was right to do so. You know, don't you? Of course, and I bet Father would be really interested in knowing all about that. Is he... Father! Father! Can you hear me? What is this? What happened? He's not breathing. Father is... dead? How? This looks like last shards of a broken bottle. And that smell. It's definitely his favorite wine. There's a letter here. You insane monster! You poisoned Father's drink! What? How dare you? What proof do you have of it? This note says it was a present from his son. I didn't give him this drink, so I had it in you. Me? Why would I even do that? I loved our father. But you were extremely angry when he decided to bring me back. You killed him before he made it official. Of course I was angry. I worked very hard for what I have, and you got a piece of the estate for defying him. That does not mean I will kill him. If I would have killed anyone, it would have been you. Keep talking, swine. Father's friend, caught from this kingdom, is coming to visit today. Good. Let him come. I have nothing to worry. If anyone, it should be you who should panic. What? Why? Like I said, I've been keeping an eye on you. You've been up to very odd things, haven't you? I don't know what you're talking about. As I thought, you couldn't make it out on the world on your own, so you turned to a world of crime. Audible gasp. Yes, robbers, smuggling. You bring shame to our family name. You have no proof of that. You are just making up stories. Despite his orthodox nature, Father never liked criminals. You knew that if he ever found out about it, he would not only find proof of your guilt, but hand you to the police himself. Lies. All lies. You're making up stories to frame me when the answer is so simple as staring you in the face. You killed Father because you thought you were the rightful heir to the estate and could not withstand sharing it with me. No, you killed Father because you left the family and turned to a world of crime.
That's enough.
Who's there? Are you the one who killed my father?
No, I am not. But I can assure you both. I will find the killer.
Officer. When did you arrive?
Around the same time when you both discovered the body. Your loud shouts guided me to you.
So you heard everything? I swear, I didn't kill him. I had no reason to.
That is for me to decide. Now, stand aside. I will start the investigation. And that is when Act 2 closed. Why do the actors say, this kingdom? We performed in a lot of places, so we put the name of the place we are performing to make the audience feel relatable.
I'm more surprised by your lack of presence in the play. You only showed up at the very end of Act 2.
I may not have a big role in this, but it is an important role as a neutral person who sees both brothers equally. Is the whole thing about the renegade son being a criminal true? It changes per show. Both sons show subtle hints to the audience which they must pick up. Interesting angle, showing both sons as criminal prone instead of goody two-shoes.
So what happens in Act 3?
Well, I can tell you that, but I think it would be better if you asked the director for that.
You're annoyed with us. Understandable.
No. I'm on stage for Act 3, so I can't tell much as I'm usually concentrating on my role. I really don't want to talk to him again.
We don't have to. I have an idea. Meanwhile, thank you for your cooperation, Miss Stern.
It was my duty. Just, please, find Joseph's killer as soon as possible. Count on us.
Lady Turn can help me in Act 3. I need someone who's here and saw Act 3 from the seats. Is there anyone up here? No. And I haven't introduced myself to you. Hey pal, I don't know what that port has been feeding you, but I can assure you that I'm not the killer. If people's word was enough to trust them, the world would have been a better place. You need to trust me. I had nothing against Deck. He was the one who gave me this role. I owe everything to him. This play has a lot of famous people in it. Why did he choose you? I'm pretty sure there may have been other choices. It's because I was talented. Joseph Deck saw potential in me, and I haven't disappointed him so far. Or maybe he needed someone who had the same physique as Port so the audience wouldn't be able to recognize the hooded person. Either way, I did a good job. So why would I kill him? I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. If you really are innocent, then stay here and answer any questions I have regarding the case. Of course, I am a law-abiding citizen of Scion. I will not move from here until you tell me to. Nope, okay.
Thank God you are here. I'm really bad with pursue people like her. Where did you even meet her?
In video games. She was representing Scion along with a few other people.
Can I ask you something? Officer Ada, Officer Tira, Eva, Felicia of the Special Ops. Why are all the women you know raging psychopaths?
You're a woman too, and you're not a psycho.
Yeah, see, I'm worried that it's a result of a long-time exposure to you, so please answer my question.
I will let you in on a little secret. All women are psychopaths deep down.
Eh,
I just happened to bring it out of hiding for some reason.
right. After this case is finished, I'm going to apply for a new boss.
Good. Save yourself while you still can. Nope, okay. One person left.
Hey, honey, how was work?
Stop that.
Aw, come on, a little role-playing won't hurt.
Depression is my wife and suffering is my mistress. There is no place for you.
What about anxiety? People usually get really anxious when I'm around.
Yeah, I have seen that. Unfortunately for you, I'm perfectly capable of making myself anxious.
So dark. You are definitely my black sheep.
Does that make you the scary wolf? Actually, that does make a lot of sense.
Don't worry, I won't eat you. Yet.
I really can't tell when you're serious or joking.
Joke? When did I tell you a joke?
Okay, we are done here. I'll try not to have nightmares about what you just said. What's this? Another pamphlet. The son who has left his family behind. The son who left his family behind. Was he the one who killed his own father? Can't ask the lady turned again since she was in Act 3. I need someone who's in the audience.
What's up? Did you happen to have some revelation that you liked me?
Not in a million years.
Officer Dreg thought that since you were here during the play, you may have seen Act 3. Aw, Dreg, you do think of me.
You know what? Make that 1 billion years.
Can we get on with the case already, please? Well, I saw Act 3, but only because it was my job.
Right. Since all the actors were on stage, you only had to watch the main stage.
But I did hear the Act 1 and 2. If you would like, I can give you the audio version, with my impressions.
I'd rather go deaf. Act 3 is fine. We already got the details of Act 1 and 2 from director and Lady Turn.
Very well, but honestly, there's not much to tell. It's more like a closing speech to sum up the story. So, there they were, standing around the body, unaware that their show had turned into a murder.
I think this is just the opening cinematic. Skip. Concerned mumbling. Oh, Ada was audience 1. Okay.
And that was when I rushed heroically to the stage and confirmed that the writer was really dead.
How was that heroic?
You had to see me running to understand that.
So that's it? That's not much to go on.
The more I hear about this play, the more I realize that this play relies on visual clues rather than the story itself. If it helps, we could ask the cast to reenact the play. We could play the dead body.
First of all, I need to watch it, so I can't participate. Secondly, I doubt the killer will show any signs.
Not to mention, Lady Turn looks really broken up about this. I'd rather not have her go through with this. You have a good heart, kid. I can respect that.
Anyway, we have to make do with what we have for now. Let's hope it'll be enough. Alright, so that's all of the play pamphlets, I guess. Now to do actual investigative work.
Please find his killer. His soul deserves to rest in peace. I'm afraid I don't know anything about the bottle. You should ask about it to the director if you haven't already. Oh, sounds like something the board would know about. I already explained to you about how the Act 2 played out.
Alright, this guy's Starsky board. So I found your extra costume. Can I ask why there are heavy Can I ask why there are heavy stones in them? Finally, someone else thinks that was weird. What? Someone, possibly Port, has been messing with my stuff. I found my shoes were replaced with a bigger size. I almost tripped. And then somebody filled my pockets with rocks. But whenever I complained to the director, he told me I was being paranoid. Why would Port, or anyone for that matter, do that? Because he was an egomaniac. He doesn't like it when someone other than him gets attention. Why didn't you complain to Deck? He would have probably listened. Deck was busy altering the script. He didn't even have time to eat food. The script was changed? Minor changes, really. You should go look for the script. It will answer your questions regarding it. Alright, to the script. What's this? A book?
It's the script of the play. Deck liked having it used as a prop to signify its importance.
This guy gets weirder by the minute. That's a lot of scribbles. Did the script change from the original?
Yes, the mystery in the play was originally very hard. Lots of hidden clues which required constant attention. But the average man was not capable of giving constant attention, so our ratings started to drop.
So he made changes which would be easier to catch.
Yes, our ratings rose again after that. A person should be able to adapt to changes, and Deck knew how to handle that.
That's true, I guess. Another question. What are these X's and O's in the last few pages?
I'm not sure. At first I thought it was the identity of the killer for each play, but the pattern doesn't match the killer.
You're right. The O's are repeated a lot after some time. The X's became non-existent after that. I should make a note of this. There is a reason he was drawing those X's and O's. Alright, talk to the director about the bottle. So who is in charge of the bottles? Me. That part was my job. I handled most of the props anyway. What can you tell me about the bottle used? Anything unique about it? What was there to tell? Deck broke one bottle per show, which is why I bought a huge set of it cheap in the store. This does not help. I need to find more about the bottles. Well, if you would like to learn more, there might be some intact ones in the prop room. You should check it out. I might just do that. This looks like the real bottle of fake poison. Wait, does that mean that the bottle used in the play was a fake real bottle poison? My head hurts. Seeing that this bottle was left untouched, the killer prepared his own bottle. To do that, one needs to know the color, weight, and taste of the original liquid inside so as not to arouse any suspicion. And his theory on the two sons being the suspects is holding steady. For now. These are old bottles. They do not match the ones used in the play. Looks like the posters used for the play. Maybe Turn is on almost all of them. Marketing. Oh, it's one of those fake swords that retract when pushed. I wonder if they'll lend one to me. It'll be hilarious watching the postman getting stabbed without any actual consequences. These are fake fruits, and it looks like somebody took a bite out of them. Crybaby learned an important lesson today, didn't she? Gold! Oh wait, it's fake. Just like my dreams and aspirations. Looks like a garlic braid. Was a vampire supposed to perform a cameo in today's show? Prop statue. Ever since that incident, I always try to check if a statue is hollow or not. Fake spears. Shakespeare would be proud. Nothing. Costume for the play. Same. Alright, check the robe. Fancy hat. Good for hiding my ugly face. Spare curtains and ropes. Not much to see here. Alright. I did not kill him. I wasn't even supposed to be the killer for today's show. It was Deck. But real poison? I don't know anything about this. I'm innocent. This is a nightmare. I already said someone's been trying to sabotage me. If you want to know more about the play, look for pamphlets on the floor. That should give you a general idea. Hey, so I was wondering, how do you guys decide which one plays the killer in the prop room? Well, we decided it with a coin toss. Wait, seriously? The old heads and tails scenario? Why? It was Dick's idea. He wanted the kill to be as random as possible, and the coin toss was the best way to do it. When does the coin toss take place? During Act 1, when Dick is monologuing, before the hood figure places the poison bottle on the table. So that's why no one knows who the killer is? Because it's decided at the very last minute? We need to find out more about this coin toss. It may be the key to solving this mystery. I already told you about the coin toss. Alright people, I need answers. Damn right we do. Who ate all the food from the snack table?
Sorry about that. I was a little hungry.
There was enough freaking food to fill 5 stomachs on that table.
Eating helps reduce stress. You met the people I work with. Don't judge me. Don't worry about it. You're a growing girl. Eat all you want. Really?
No! Stop spoiling her. And you two. That's not what I freaking meant. The director told me you were deciding who the killer is on a show with a freaking coin toss. Is that true? Damn it. I knew this would come up. You planned on this, didn't you, Board? What? Me? I'm the one who's been played by you, you slimy junkie. Hey, I'm asking you a question. Was that? You want to say it to my face? Seriously? Stop it. I already did. What are you gonna do about it?
Hey, Mud Pickles, if you don't stop ignoring him, I will— Shut the hell up! Now listen here, you air-filled balloons. You are prime suspects of a murder. Eek. We could easily find the killer by placing you both under arrest and beating the hell out of you until one of you confesses.
You can't do that, right?
I have a grandma whose hobbies include making food and splitting heads, so try me.
No thanks.
Oh. So if you want to get out of this mess in one piece, answer any and all questions my superiors ask you. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear as crystal, ma'am. Officer. Officer, ma'am.
Alright. They're all yours, Officer Dreg.
Remind me to schedule a therapist appointment when we go back.
Why? She's a perfect little treasure.
I meant for me.
Feels good to let my emotions out every once in a while. It helps me release stress.
What is it with her? Clearly, she is a demon lady in disguise. Even professional actors can't compare to her innocent outward shell. Right. So explain to me the issue with the coin toss. The objective of the coin toss is to make sure that the killer for each show is random.
Makes sense.
So then explain to me, how did he win the last 7 tosses in a row?
I guess he got lucky?
That's what I said, but he was sure I was rigging the coin toss somehow. He was. The winner of the last coin toss gets to toss the coin in the next show, so he's been tossing the coin since then. The board won 7 times in a row. What are the chances that he won the 8th time as well? I didn't. The coin toss fell in his favor today. That's what he wants everyone to think, that his streak finally ended, so I will be the primary suspect.
So either the streak of winning continues and Board killed the writer, or it was finally Port's chance he was waiting for and finally killed the writer.
Mr. Port, do you have any evidence which suggests that Board was rigging the coin toss? You won 7 times in a row. How much proof do you need? See, he has no proof, just baseless accusations. Regardless, I will consider it. Maybe it will be vital in the future. Continue talking to people about this. Don't care about you. Alright, so thanks to the nice lady and not so nice director, I got a pretty good idea of how the play went.
Hey, what about me? I demand credit. So, do you have any idea who the killer is?
Only guesses, so I thought you two might have an angle to this that I might not have noticed.
What, like upside down? I can tie someone up and hang them upside down if it helps.
I meant theories, woman. Why is everything that comes out of your mouth scary as hell?
Actually, she may have a point.
Oh no, I knew she was a bad influence on you. No more hanging out with this demon.
Not the hanging part, the visual part.
What?
This stage, if I look at it from the audience's perspective, don't you think that is symmetrical in nature? Symmetrical? You mean that everything on the left side is mirrored on the right side? I mean, look at it. The objects may be different, but they take up the same space.
Come to think of it, the portraits and the map behind the couches are the same size, and at equal distance from the fireplace.
The plants too, and those cabinets take the same amount of space. How did I miss that? I think it's because during the play, everyone's looking at the actors to find out who is the killer and did not notice it. You. I am liking you more by the minute. Can I keep her?
But why? No one knew who the killer was. In fact, it was being decided in the prop room with a coin toss minutes before the play.
Maybe it was a false clue. You know, one of those colored undeaf things. Did you mean a red herring?
Regardless, this is important information. I should make a note of it. Alright, check real quick. I'm missing an entire section apparently. Oh wait, no, death report.
So, did you look at my report? What's your opinion on my handwriting?
I would rather talk about the murder.
Aw, you want my help? Maybe I will help you if you ask nicely.
No way. I would rather hug a postman and invite him to my birthday party than ask nicely.
Well, I expected that reaction. Nonetheless, I gave it a try.
Besides, you're not only investigating this case with me, but also a witness, so talk.
Ooh, I like it when you're rough. Alright, I'll tell you. Our victim, Joseph Deck, drank the poison during Act 1 of the play. After checking the contents of the poison, I've confirmed the writer died before Act 2 began.
That's actually helpful, and a little disturbing that the actors carried on without realizing they died.
They must have thought he was being a very good actor for that time.
For someone who doesn't make jokes, your sense of humor is really dark. Great job handling the situation until I arrived.
Don't blame me! I feel like a rabbit being stared down by a wolf when I'm with her. Also, for some reason, the voice inside my head is way quiet, as if it's also hiding from her.
Glad to know your dimension is coming along nicely, but I'd rather talk about the case.
Well, I talked with as many people as I could, and all of them had the same thing to say. Only the actors playing the sons were in the prop room during the entire play.
Who did you talk to?
The actor's sons, the beautiful cop-leading woman, the mean director, the security, stagehands, the beggar outside.
Wait, the sons also said that they were alone in the prop room the entire time?
Yes.
The only reason the prime suspects would say that is because they strongly believe that the other son is the killer.
Did I do good?
The confirmed for me that the Sons were the only ones who had access to the room, and the murder weapon. Not to mention, it also helped prove that those two are not working together, otherwise they would have blamed a third person. So I guess you performed in acceptable levels.
Would it kill you to actually compliment me?
Don't know, but why take the chance? Okay, now I'm missing an entire actual section.
Coin toss? Is that how they decided the culprit? Sounds primitive.
That's what I said too. I did not kill him. I already said I did not bring the coin. I just happened to be lucky. I already told you about the coin toss. I have no idea what the X's and O's stand for. If the prop ball is still there, does this mean that I was really bored of Port to kill Dick? What can you tell me about the writer Joseph Deck? What do you want to know? About his work, friends, colleagues, possible enemies. Dick? That guy had a pull up his chimney. Always hard on everyone. And very meticulous in his work. The guy made changes all the time. He even kept messing with the pamphlets. That's my job. So he put the show before everything else. I guess that would make him hard to deal with. Sure, it was hard. But his decisions are what made the play famous. So he couldn't complain much. I see. Ah, good. New clue. I'll need more information about this clue before I can ask her about it. We hardly talked outside the theater, so I doubt I can give any input about him.
I already told you what I learned from the theater group. We already talked about the poison bottle on the stage.
I knew that. I was assessing to see if you remembered it.
I think the cast of the play might know more about him than I do. I think you can say he was stoned.
That's it. No more mini lunch breaks for you.
I'm telling you, the stage was definitely made to be symmetrical in nature. I watched a play some time ago. I think your nephew and niece were in it.
That explains why I found some theater tickets in my pockets and why all my money was gone.
I already told you the deck died before Act 2 started. We already talked about the glass shards. I think the people who worked with him can tell you more about the writer instead of me. Stones in the robe? Maybe someone was trying to tell him, you rock.
How do you keep finding new reasons for me to hate you?
I think Baby Girl is right. The stage is surprisingly symmetrical. Maybe I should write a play about how to sleep around everywhere like a pro.
I feel as if the title would attract the wrong kind of crowd. And one guy left. I swear I didn't kill him. I wasn't the killer today. He was that bored. He's the criminal. If you want to learn more about the play, you should look for the pamphlets scattered around and left by the audience. I already said the board was rigging the coin toss somehow. X's and O's. What the hell is that about? Real poison? The only drugs in my life were the fake ones that almost ruined my life. I wouldn't get anywhere near them. Dick? Yeah, I can tell you some things about him. Spit it out then. I have self-loathing session to attend, and I'm late as it is. That guy was a hard ass and a weirdo. Weird how? Let's talk about the people who chose to participate in this play. First, that director Bowie has been long since retired. Why did he go through the trouble of bringing him back? Second, that musclehead Starsky board. There were many experienced bodybuilders he could have chosen. And then he decided to choose that freaking amateur. Who does that? And then there's me. Wait, are you seriously asking why he gave you a second chance in life? Not that. I'm asking why I'm playing the role of a son. I'm just a couple of years younger than Deck himself. Why would he choose me to play the role of the younger son? Maybe you're overthinking it. But wait, you forgot to mention Lady Turn. Oh, that. I already know why he chose her, despite it being a minor role. Care to clarify? Joseph and Aegis were really close. I mean, really close. If you know what I mean. They were dating in secret. When I found out about it, they got all angry and told me to be quiet about it. I don't get it. They were both single, right? Why would they need to keep it a secret? Why don't you ask her yourself? Who knows? Maybe it'll give you a new angle to look at it. Maybe I should. Lady Turn, could we have a moment of your time?
Oh, okay. I still can't believe he's gone. I'm sorry for your loss. Did he mean a lot to you? More than you think.
Does that mean what Port told me is true? That you and Joseph Deck were in a relationship?
I knew that slimy meatball would reveal our secret to avert attention from him. Why would you hide it? The show business is a complicated place. The common people don't like when the celebrity they adore falls into love. Especially for women. Knowing that she is no longer single breaks their mental image of the person. Believe it or not, it actually hurts our careers when we fall in love openly. That sounds awfully lonely.
So what? You chose to walk this path. No one can have everything. Every path requires sacrificing something important.
Seems like you speak from experience. Is that why you kept it a secret? To protect your careers? Deck knew the risks of revealing this, which is why we both agreed to keep our relationship a secret. But as luck would have it, Port found out about it.
So what did he do after that?
I thought he would just reveal it to everyone immediately, but instead he told us to break up.
What? Why?
Isn't it obvious? He was jealous. He must have had an eye on her for some time now. I had the same feeling that might be the reason. He did always ask me why I would go out with Deck.
Why did you go out with him?
Just out of curiosity. Well, as someone in the same field, I admired his work, and the work he put behind it. Seeing him work made me feel as if he were the personification of the theater spirit himself. He was a meticulous person. He would not rest until he got it the way he wanted it to. Do you know what it feels like to see someone who is so far above you that it makes you chase him to the ends of the earth? As a matter of fact, I do. Oh, really?
Can we focus, please? So, how did you resolve the matter with Port?
We didn't. Not yet. This happened. Well now, that sounds like motive to me. You don't think he killed Joseph over this, right? I mean, he's a professional. He wouldn't go that far.
Regardless, this is important information. I'll make a note of it.
You have to try a lot harder if you want him to notice you. I know, right?
I think that was everything we get from this place. Now to crack this case wide open.
Whew.
Nope. Down and around. Did I talk to everyone with everything? Yes, okay. Whew. Examine all the things. Joseph Deck, the writer of the play. Deck also played the role of the victim and had the ability to lay motionless for hours. Perfection will always be my top priority. I can lay motionless for hours too. All I need is a bottle on the floor. I don't know how some people can multitask. I can barely get one task done in time, or properly, or at all. As the director, Bowie was also responsible for advertisement and money, since it was a small production, and to keep the play's secrets in check. Let's take it from the top. The actress who plays the police. Lady Turn is a well-known celebrity, and was also the reason people originally went to watch the play.
Acting is in my blood, and dancing is in my soul.
She is surprisingly humble for someone that famous. Ford plays the egocentric son in the play. This play was his first breakthrough in his career and was steadily gaining recognition. I'm the rightful heir to my family estate. Why would I kill my father? The guy started from the ground up. Then again, fame can change a person. Ford is a seasoned actor who had fallen because of the scandal which claimed his muscles are the result of doping. Not many get a second chance, so he wouldn't mess it up. Then again, some people just can't let old habits die. Self-proclaimed misery champion, Greg has a special talent that makes people want to kill themselves after talking to him for 5 minutes or less. I'm like the sun, not because I'm dazzling, because staring at me directly causes harm. I don't even need to play dead when a bear approaches me. I'm already dead inside. An eccentric cop from the Scion Emperor. She has only 2 hobbies, sleeping and bothering Drag.
I don't take my naps between work. I do work between my naps.
Behind her cheerful smile, there is something sinister lurking. Am I going to die? One of the few people able to withstand Drag and not murder him. Yet, Amber is the understudy cop with the heart of gold.
People say I'm really mature for my age. What can I say? Trauma helps me grow.
She is weirdly afraid of chickens. I don't know why. Died of poison, which first made him unconscious and killed him in that state, which is why no one noticed until I checked his pulse. Can't just buy poison like that. Someone planned this and set up the stage for his death. Ada confirmed that the poison was taken during Act 1, and taking into account the strength of the poison, Deck died before Act 2 started. It is horrifying to think that a person on stage really died in front of so many people, and yet no one noticed. I was talked to the audience, cast, and security as confirmed that only Port and Board had access to the left room during the play. Port, starboard, left. At this point, I think a better solution would be to beat both of them until one of them confesses. The bottle shattered after the writer drank the poison and dropped it on the floor for dramatic effect. I shatter bottles too after finishing them. Usually on a post office employee. The bottle used is a common item that can be bought in any store, and the director bought lots of it, which is kept in the prop room. Well, that was not helpful. The bottle of fake poison is still on the table, which would suggest the killer had pre-planned the murder. He bought his own bottle to not leave any clues behind, since he knew it would shatter during the play. The Meticular described Deck as a meticulous person who was very precise in his work, and as a result was very hard on everyone to get better performances. I can't imagine working with someone like that and not murdering them. Oh wait, someone did murder him. I usually don't care about celebrity gossip, but this may be vital information on the case. Port found out that Lady Turn and Deck were remotely involved in keeping it a secret. Lady Turn confirmed that they were secretly seeing each other to avoid unnecessary gossip, and Port tried to break them apart. People have way too much time on their hands if they care about such things as their celebrity's personal life. The robe used to put into play by Mr. Board had stones filled in them for some reason. Unless there's a new currency in Scion that I don't know about, this doesn't make much sense. Mr. Board claims that someone has been playing pranks on him by changing his shoes and messing with a wardrobe to ruin his career. The only person who would gain from this is Port. Such childish pranks don't seem to suit his personality. The script went through various changes to boost ratings. It also had a page with lots of X's and O's. The O's increased over time, but the X's became non-existent. Unless he was playing a custom version of Tic-Tac-Toe, he was definitely hiding something. The culprit was decided by a coin toss done in the sealed prop room, whose results were only known to the actors playing the sons. I would have preferred rock, paper, scissors. Port complained that the coin toss was somehow rigged since Board played the culprit 7 times in a row. So either Board won 8th time, 2, or Port won this one. Unfortunately, I don't have proof of it. Hammer concludes that the theater is symmetrical in design, including the prop's position, which matches the deck's obsection with perfection. Even if it's true, what's the point of having it symmetrical like that? I think I found everything I could. I should start the final stage now. I have all the clues, but the case doesn't make any sense. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know who the killer is. I would have it.
Dreg?
It was the perfect setup. This play was researched and designed in a way that no one could know who killed him. It is honestly a very weird moment for me where I can't find a murderer, not because he's good, but because the victim himself made it hard for him to be found. I have no idea what to do.
Did I ever tell you what happened after I lost you in the Nvidia games?
No.
I cried. Like, a lot. Seriously, I was very dehydrated.
I can't imagine you crying.
Well, you had to be there to see it. I was a wreck. Like a girl lost in a deep, dark forest.
What are you getting at?
After I had my tantrum, I got back up, dusted myself off, and continued with my daily life. People started saying that I lost my fangs, but after a few hilarious incidents, they crawled back to their holes.
I'm guessing hilarious is slang for horribly terrifying for the others.
My point is, everyone has their bad days. The key to success is to go through it, survive from it, and learn from it.
What if every day is a bad day? What if the nightmare never ends?
Then I feel sorry for the guy who would try to take down someone whose daily life is everyone else's worst bad day.
I see. I can't believe we were outsmarted by a theater writer, though.
Yeah, he was pretty amazing, wasn't he? Sorry that you couldn't see his body.
That's fine. He was a writer. His job was always behind the curtains anyway. It was part of his life not to be seen. Besides, everyone here painted a vivid painting of what he was as a person. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to understand this case by every angle possible, but all I can come up with are guesses. Of course, it's going to be hard. I made several changes along the way to keep the audience in their seats.
He was devoted to his work. His meticulous nature has finally paid through. He finally wrote a murder that no one could possibly solve.
Except his art cost him his life. What's the point of it then? You win some, you lose some.
For some people, it's not about the victory, it's the battle that they live for. They enjoy living in its chaos, unsure if they will win or lose. But that's what makes it fun.
I see. Ambitious people are weird, aren't they?
Yeah, we kind of are.
By the way, what was the final step of your master plan anyway?
Oh, I had 2 papers with the suspects' names written on it, and I put them in the left and right pockets of the crybaby. And when you revealed the killer, I would take out the correct note from her pockets and show that we think alike.
That trick would have failed immediately.
You think so?
Of course. Who would fall for... Left and right. Left and right. Left and right. Dreg? Oh ho! Someone finally gets it. Could it be? The guy made changes all the time. He kept messing with the pamphlets. That's my job. You wouldn't, would you? I think you know the answer.
He was a meticulous person who would not rest until he got it the way he wanted it to.
I was looking at the play the wrong way, wasn't I? Haha! My god, you really do have it. I found my shoes were replaced with a bigger size. I almost tripped, and then somebody filled my pockets with rocks. I should have been looking at it from the audience's perspective instead of the cast. It all makes friggin' sense then. Of course, the play is made for the audience. They are the ones paying to see us, to immerse them in the story. I'm just a couple years younger than Dick himself. Why would you choose me to play the role of the son? You handpicked the cast because you wanted to send a message to the audience. You kept the truth in plain view all along. So now you know my secret. What are you going to do about it now? I'll do what I always do. I'll find the killer and bring him to justice. You are kind of a crackpot, aren't you? Same as me. An unhealthy obsession with finding clarity in my actions? Sounds about right. I wonder, if we had met when I was alive, would we have been friends? Friend is a strong word. I wouldn't have mind sharing a couple of bottles with you. That would have been fun too. Now get out there and find my killer, because my story may have reached its end. But yours is far from over.
Dreg, you've been staring blankly and muttering for some time now. Has your mind finally cracked?
Gather everyone.
Eh?
I know who the killer is.
Yes. Right away, Officer Dreg.
All stories may not have a happy ending, but sometimes you need to be content with the results. Because you can't start another story without ending the first one. And hopefully, you learned something from the bad ending and found a way to avoid it in the future.
Yeah, see, I don't think it's a good idea to call the three of us a team-holic. But it makes complete sense. You're a foodaholic, I'm a sleepaholic, and Dreg is a natural alcoholic.
Good God, the maths check out.
More importantly, why did you summon everyone to the stage?
Oh God, they're going to beat the information out of us. I demand a lawyer. Trust me when I say you have a better chance without a lawyer. Besides, I don't have to beat anyone for the answer. I finally cracked the case.
What? Really? So you know who the killer is?
Well, yes and no.
What?
I now know that the killer is definitely one of the two sons, Mr. Port or Mr. Board.
Yes, I won. Best dinner ever. Here we come. How can you be so sure when you didn't solve the case completely yet?
I do not have all the information yet, but the answer to this mystery is divided into separate parts. It is inside everyone's mind here. Is that why you gathered us here? Yes. But bring it on. I'm not afraid. You should be. You are the killer.
If only someone actually knew who the killer was beside those two. This would have been much simpler.
Oh, someone else did know about the identity of the killer's son. Eh? Seriously? Who?
Really? So you know who the killer is?
Unfortunately, that person can't be with us because he's dead. Because the person in question is already dead.
You mean...
Yes, Joseph Deck knew who the killer was.
But how did he know who the killer was?
To tell you that, I first need to explain why I knew that Deck had identified his killer. Joseph Deck. From what I gathered, Joseph Deck was meticulous. He was a meticulous person who did not let the smallest details of his play go unchecked. So when you compare it to the fact that not even he knew the killer was, it mismatched his nature.
Did it really mismatch? Think of it this way. You made a delicious pie, but you have no idea what's inside, even when you did it from scratch. Does that make sense to you?
But that's just a guess.
Bowie's right. Maybe he felt that artistic integrity was more important than knowing everything.
That's what I thought at first too. But then, I found something to help me realize that Deck knew about the killer.
The script?
More specifically, a certain part of the script.
The X's and O's we found.
Exactly. The X's were how many times he guessed it wrong, and the O's were the times he guessed it right.
I remember seeing that there were a lot of X's in the beginning and only O's later on.
What is it?
The number of X's and O's. In total, they add up to the number of times we did the show from the beginning. Too much of a coincidence, don't you think? So if there are only O's later on, does that mean he found the weak point in his play? Why didn't he fix it then?
That's because Deck would only make changes if the killer was revealed with certain clues. The audience were always asked to explain how they knew who the killer was. If it was something too obvious, Deck would remove it.
So the reason the writer did not remove the weak point is because no one found it yet.
So now we knew that there's a secret way no one knew of. Let me tell you how Deck found out about it. Deck was a special person. He was a writer, actor, and his own harshest critic.
I don't criticize myself much. I have people around that to do that for me.
What I'm saying is that it was thanks to his special position that he found a clue to the killer, which no one could.
Special position?
Yes, you see, during Acts 2 and 3, he is the only person in the cast and the audience who is lying on the floor.
The sleeping count? Because I do have a habit of dozing off.
Take your job seriously, woman. I'm not talking about this show only. In all the shows, he is the only one lying on the floor.
But how did that help him know who was the killer? He couldn't move.
Maybe he wasn't able to move, which is why all he had to rely on was his ears. He was on the ground, lying, with his eyes closed. The only thing he could rely on was his ears.
What? So the clue we're looking for is not a visual clue, but an auditory one. Is that really possible?
I remember. Dick was always picky while selecting theaters to perform shows. He may have done that to select theaters that have better acoustics. So it was something we said? The dialogues are kind of fixed regardless of the killer, you know. Or was it our voices? Did we crackle or something whenever we lied? Something like that? No, nothing that fancy. Besides, like I said, it was something only he could get.
Wait, I know. Mr. Deck was lying on the stage floor, right? There's one sound that people can hear very clearly in that position. Footsteps. Mr. Deck was hearing the footsteps of everyone on the stage clearly. Aw, our little girl is growing up right before my eyes. Of course.
Could it be? After lying on the floor for so many shows, he figured out whose footsteps belonged to who? It must be true. He knew who moved when and where since he was the writer, and after doing so many shows, he figured out the pattern. It was something over he could do, which is why no one noticed it before.
But he's dead now. Maybe he wrote it down somewhere.
The Achilles heel of his play? No. That secret, he took that secret with him to his grave.
But then, what was the point of discussing all this?
Even if we enact the play, we don't know the actual footstep sound made by the killer. That's right. Everyone was busy looking visually to notice a background noise. Maybe we can reenact it anyway. It might ring some bells. I doubt the killer would walk the same way again. Besides, I already know someone else who heard the footsteps.
Who?
It's you.
What? Me?
You were guarding the prop room, so you couldn't see the play, similar to Deck. And you told me you were listening to Act 1 and 2 to keep an ear out for any suspicious activity.
That's right. While everyone was looking for visual clues, she could only rely on her ears. just like Mr. Deck. But she wasn't exactly paying attention to the play, was she?
Besides, according to the X's and O's, it took Deck several attempts to identify the sounds. That's right. What if she messes up and blames the wrong guy? I don't trust her judgment because of some sound she may or may not have heard.
They're right, you know. How can you be sure that I'll point to the right guy?
Simple. You told me I could trust you.
You just got the rare limited edition Dreg seal of approval. Use it wisely. Tell me how great I am, Dreg.
You're really great at annoying me.
Close enough. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I have a killer to look for. Hello? It's awfully quiet in here. I know you're there. Talk to me.
Ominous sound.
Ah, there you are.
Well, well, well.
What do we have here? Do my eyes deceive me? Have you come to talk to me,
Little Red?
As per our agreement, I have allowed you to stay inside my head. Now it is time to return the favor.
Has Little Red lost her way in the forest again? Very well. I shall help you carve a path out. What do you need?
I want you to go into my memory and find the sounds I heard during the play, and play back the footstep sounds of the two sons.
Already on it. Meanwhile, is that the guy who defeated you in the Nvidia games?
Yes. He's the reason why you and I met.
There. This guy looks way too similar to the one I am looking for. Without the scythe and the black robe, of course.
Back off. He's mine.
Don't worry, Red. I won't hurt him. Seems like he's doing that to himself already anyway.
What do you mean he's hurt?
Oh, he's done. Now if you don't mind, I need to rest. You should sleep too after this. After all, we both need our rests if we are to face our strongest opponents. Am I right?
Agreed. I can hear the sounds. I got it. The killer's footsteps are the ones coming from the...
Yep. I figured that would come into play. Stage left is this side.
Ha! Found you. Mr. Starsky Board. You are the killer.
Eh? So, it was the egotistical son this time too. That's what? Like 8 times in a row now? No.
Is it true, Mr. Board? Did you kill Mr. Deck?
Of course not.
I don't know what to say.
Are you people really taking her word for it? You damn weasel. Admit already. This is embarrassing. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up! He's right though. Lady Ada could be wrong. Her testimony is not enough. Probably not. Her word isn't enough for me to break him down and get to the truth. You don't have any proof. You can't do this. Hey, if you can prove your innocence, you can have me fired. Count on it. First of all, this entire premise is nonsense. Footsteps, you'll need to explain more to make me believe it. Each person makes different footstep noises based on their weight, walking style, and the kind of shoes they were wearing. So Deck decided to remove the footstep factor by putting stones in your robe. Your body type may be similar to Port. You actually weigh less than him. Am I right? How did you know? Because I explained why there were stones in your robes, and your shoes were replaced.
Mr. Deck was trying to make up for the weight difference without anyone noticing. It became too easy for him, so he tried to make it harder for him to find his killer by doing this.
And since we saw the X's and O's, evidently it was not working. But that's not true, right? But this does explain why Deck told me to ignore boys' complaints.
It also explains why Deck trained us so hard. He's trying to snuff out the footstep issue.
But then, something interesting happened. After a couple of shows, Deck realized that only he knew the flaw in his play. So, instead of trying to remove it, he tried to use it to his advantage. When the ratings started to drop, and he had to make the mystery easier, he made certain changes. He took on a job that was supposed to be someone else's responsibility to make sure the change wasn't discovered easily.
Hey, pamphlets?
Who's the killer? The rightful heir, or the son who left?
Could it be? The rightful and left part? Right and left. Holy Mother of God. You're a genius, kiddo.
What? I don't understand.
In the play, if you looked at it from the audience's perspective, the rightful heir is mostly on the right side of the stage. And the son who left never leaves the left side of the stage.
Hold on. Are we talking stage left or normal left? The clue was meant for the audience, so I'm assuming normal left and right. That's preposterous. These are all wild guesses and nothing more. You're right, they are. But there exist two other clues that Deck left behind each show. First was the symmetrical design. He made both sides look even in physical attributes to make it look almost mirrored. Second, when I had the people present to describe the play to me, I noticed a huge contradiction. What? At first, I thought it was meaningless, but after reviewing everything, I know it was another clue left by Deck. What is it then? Spit it out already. Think back to the play. More specifically, the key scenes of each act. Look at them carefully. What is the one factor that is different in Act 3? What exactly is wrong with the dead body? The position. Here you can see the body is facing left in Act 1. The same happens in Act 2. But in Act 3, the body is facing right.
Wait, he's right. Joseph was facing right when we realized he had died. How did I miss that?
He probably used to drop to his left in rehearsal, which is why it was ingrained in your brain so he fell left. That's also why he kept the stage symmetrical, so people would notice which side he would fall.
Officer Abbott, you were watching it with the audience, so you described it as you saw it. I knew it. Removing the body was a good idea.
You got freaking lucky. Stop praising yourself.
So that proves it. Deck fell on a different side depending on the killer's identity.
But seems you're still not convinced. I think it's time to drop the curtains on you once and for all. According to the script, when you both discover the father's body in Act 2, Port checks the letter, and you checked his pulse. No matter how much someone can be a good actor, one cannot imitate a real pulse stop. According to the reports, Deck had died before Act 2 had started. Did you really not notice it when you checked his pulse? It was just acted. I don't know how to check for a pulse. Wait a second. Yes, you do. Deck taught you how to do it to make the play as realistic as possible. Shut your mouth, old man. Well, Mr. Starsky Board, did you also not notice how his hand behaved like a ragdoll when you lifted it up to check his pulse? That's... As someone who's held both dead and alive hands, I can personally assure you that the difference is overwhelming. So what do you have to say for yourself, Starsky Board? Damn it all.
I guess we got him.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to a prison cell again. Damn you, Dick. Even in death you torture me.
So you killed him. But why?
Why? Because we were nothing more than pawns for his amusement.
What the hell are you talking about?
Did you think that left and right were the only two directions he thought of? You knew about the left and right thing? Unlike Port here, I'm not a complete idiot. Unfortunately, I did not know about the footsteps.
Wait, what about the coin toss? How did you rig it?
I never had to. Frickin' moron. Whenever I tossed the coin, I would say, heads I win, tails you lose.
That can't be true, right?
Eh? I don't understand. What does it mean?
Are you serious?
Hold on. What did you mean when you said those two weren't the only directions? The cast, you jerk ass. Think about our names. What do our names tell you?
Starsky Board, Desmond Port, Bowie, Aegis Turn, Joseph Deck. Starboard, port, bow, astern, deck. They're all directions used in boat terminology.
Port equals left, starboard right, bow is front, astern back, and deck. Deck, the structural component which keeps it all together. He hired you all only for your names? Exactly. I thought I was chosen for my talent, but it was only to borrow my literal name for his show. This may not seem like much, but this is my starting point for my career. Imagine him telling the world several years later. I only hired Boyd for his name. I did not care about how he did his job. Granted, it would have taken a couple of years, but that would have destroyed my entire acting career and turned me into a joke. I mean, you understand, right, Boyd? One slip-up almost made you lose everything. No, I do not. Eh? But my incident was not due to my job. It was because of my nature. But you would have been shamed as well, don't you get it?
It's a part of living in the glamour world.
Eh? A soldier fights knowing he may die. A doctor tries knowing he may fail. Everything has a downside. You want all the good stuff, but avoid the bad stuff that comes with fame? Who the hell do you think you are? Then what? I should have just accepted the fact that I was chosen based on my name? You think that's bad? My first gig was dressing as a woman and flirting with the main hero. I was a joke. Nobody came to see my first few shows. Literally nobody. But we still performed the play on stage.
I used to be only chosen for my good looks. Sometimes, I still am chosen for that.
Why are you telling me all this? They're trying to say that despite their fragile starts and problems, it didn't matter much when they continued moving. But their past still haunts them.
We all have pasts that haunt us. The key to success is learning from it and carrying on. You know, I think you could have avoided all this if you just trusted your coworkers and told them the truth.
How would I know that I could trust them? That I could trust Dick?
You can't. No one can. You just have to trust yourself and take a leap of faith.
Guards, take Mr. Board into custody. Yes, sir.
Whew. Sheesh. This is one of the most confusing cases ever.
The right thing to do now would be to pick up what's left of the show.
Please stop.
Never.
Officer Ada, may I talk to you for a moment? Oh, sure. What's up? I just wanted to thank you for solving Joseph's death and keeping our relationship a secret in the investigation. That's part of the job. Besides, Dreg was the one who solved it, not me. Yes, but you were the key in solving it. He trusted you with a very important information. You two must be very close. Nah, I'm trying to, but he ignores me at every step. Well, keep trying. People like him and Deck need to be taken out one chink in armor at a time. That's how I got close to Deck, and I'm sure you can too if you keep at it. Oh, glad to hear it from an experienced person. He and Deck may not be together anymore, but you may still have hope for your happiness with the one you love for a long time. There seems to be a misunderstanding. Eh? I'm not the kind of person who falls in love or something. What? You're not trying to get close to him? I am, but not for the reason you think. I just want to be his friend, so I can find his demons. Eh? I see. You wish to help him get rid of his demons. Get rid of them? Wrong again. I don't intend to calm his demons. I wish to dance with them. What? I saw it when we first fought. A darkness so strong that I could not even breathe. I can feel it. It is my fate. I intend to face it head on. And I can't do that if I'm not near him now, can I? Well, that's enough girl talk for today. Q, thanks for the advice, and I hope you'll keep this a secret. I don't want to ruin the surprise. It's true, what they say about you. The wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh? That's a pleasant surprise. You've heard of me. Every citizen of Sion knows about the wolf in sheep's clothing. About what you've done. Well, it's been a pleasure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with Destiny.
Well, Port still wants to continue the tour. He said, and I quote, "This incident will be huge publicity." Aegis?
Tell me, Bowie, how much do you know of angels?
Angels? Not much. Why?
Angels are not like gods or demons. You cannot pray or worship them. They are more like personification of desires. When you are born, you automatically pray to the angel of life. When you are in love, you pray to the angel of love.
So when I'm feeling happy, I pray to the angel of happiness?
Yes, which is why the angel of life is considered the strongest angel, because you pray to it by simply existing.
Really? But wait, what about dark feelings or desires? Are they still called angels?
No, they're called Nephilim.
I see. But why are you telling me this now?
There is a legend of an angel. She was unique, as her existence bordered between angel and Nephilim. Even if one living thing desired it, it was more than enough to make that angel strong enough to kill gods. Gods and demons, angels and Nephilim, were terrified of her. Wherever this angel went, it was chaos. But one day, the angel met someone. He was her elder sister's worst enemy. So she challenged him. But the angel was hopelessly crushed. The angel that defeated gods and demons alike fell at the mere touch of his bony fingers. Nobody heard from her since, but it is believed that she is still out there, preparing herself to challenge him again.
But I never knew that such an angel existed. What was she called?
The angel. That was the personification of the strongest desire of man, the reason for our rise and fall.
Angel of heaven. Ambition. I said no.
But I'm hungry now.
You'll ruin your appetite.
Oh, come on. One little snack won't hurt.
Yeah, right. And during night shift, she'll abandon her work looking for a snack.
Yeah. Don't listen to him. He's in a bad mood because of work. Go ahead and get what you want. Can I get an ice cream too? Of course you can get an ice cream. She said yes. Now I don't need your permission.
Don't blunder too far. Stay within my sight. I don't want to look for you again after that last fiasco. You spoil her too much.
What can I say? She's adorable. I felt good when I was around her. Almost hopeful.
I have also learned to tolerate her.
So...
What?
Now that the kids are out of the room, what do you say we go out to dinner? You promised.
The bet doesn't count. You were planning on cheating.
Aw, come on. I helped by moving the body, didn't I?
That was luck. Nothing more. I'm going drinking. You can sit in the chair and watch me drink.
Really?
And you are paying.
Okay. Is there any chance of you getting a fight with someone?
What's the point of getting drunk if you don't end up punching some random stranger?
A dinner and a show? I am in. Let me get the kid to go to sleep, and we'll go.
Hey. I'm glad you were here. You helped out a lot.
Always a pleasure. You're my woodsman, Dreg. When the wolf will go out of control, I'm hoping you will be there to cut it down.
Either I'm cursed to be weird women, or women are inherently evil. I'll be sure to drink one in your name. It's the least I can do as thanks for entertaining me today, since I didn't buy a ticket. Medieval Chronicles 3. The Curtain Falls.